everybody. Welcome back to Haterade Live, the Haterade Hour podcast. I am your host, Jordan, aka Haterade Cowboy. And we got a special guest, a returning guest. We got some very interesting stuff to talk about today with Marvel Stream the other day. But before we get started and we introduce our guests, as always, let's have fun. Let's be kind to one another. And let's keep it G rated. What's up, Shane?
Hello, all. Welcome to the Haterade Hour
Welcome,
on
everybody.
on Shane Lee.
On Shane Lee. Haterade Hour on Shane Lee on Haterade Cowboys. Well, cool, man. So yeah, we decided to talk about this. Everybody's talking about it, so we decided to talk about it because we've got some thoughts, and we want to get your guys' thoughts too, because this is an interesting, very interesting stream that Marvel decided to do, and the way that they decided to do it was very odd. I think it was very stupid. But we want to talk about it. We want to share what we think about all of the cast members, and then Shane and I both have our top five picks of who we felt like got snubbed. We're each going to share that at the end of the stream. We got a couple people in the house already. We got Kevin Jackson. What's up, man? We got Rob James checking in from work, but we'll have to catch the replay. Have a great stream. Thank you, guys. So, also, don't forget to drop in your super chat comments.
Super chats are welcome, guys.
Super chats are always welcome. All right, Shane. So first, let's talk about this stream that Marvel decided to do. I didn't know anything about this. In fact, I was watching a different channel. They decided Christian Harloff, and some of you guys might watch him. He went live on at 10 o'clock, and I clicked on it. I was like, oh, he's early. And then when I clicked on it, I saw that he was watching like a chair, and I was like, what's going on? And then right after that, you texted me, and you were like, hey, Marvel's doing a stream. So then I went over to Marvel's stream, and I was like, why am I looking at chairs? So question, did you watch the stream? It was a 5-hour stream. Did you watch the stream? And how much of it did you watch?
I watched about 20 minutes of the stream. And then I was watching some other channels. They were like, oh, they're just switching names every 12 minutes. I said, oh, gosh. And then they were like, there's supposed to be like 40 people. I was like, did the math. I was like, oh, no, I can't
That's
be
all
watching
day.
this. Yeah. I'll just skip to the end. I'll come back in the afternoon and then watch it in 12 times speed. And yeah, there are some interesting names for sure that I wasn't expecting. Like I didn't think
Yeah.
Namor was going to come back.
Right. Yeah, we're going to talk about that because we're going to go through each one. We're not going to spend like a whole lot of time in each one, but I want to get everybody, me and Shane's thoughts on each individual person that they announce because it's a very interesting cast. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. So the first one the first one I put up, Mystique. So what were your thoughts on Mystique being named as one of the cast members for Avengers Doomsday?
I said, is she going to be wearing clothes this time? Because she's pretty much naked in the original ones. Rebecca Romaine, Stamos
Yeah.
at the time, but I think it's just Romaine now. So I'm assuming she's probably going to have some kind of outfit because she has aged quite a bit, I think. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming, unless she's a variant who's not really Mystique or
Yeah, I
something.
mean, she might not even show up as in
Blue?
Mystique form because
Yeah.
she's a shapeshifter.
Hmm.
The last thing that I saw her in was Star Trek Brave. I think it's Brave New Worlds that's on like Paramount Plus, and she still looks good, but you can tell she's aged a lot. So I'm curious to see you know what they're going to do with her character. I was surprised at this. It was pretty interesting to see that they're bringing a lot of the Fox people back, which we'll talk about too. Victor says, "What's up, Jordan and Shane? What's up, man?" Epic Humor says, "Can't wait." So yeah, that was interesting.
I mean, I wish they'd be done with the Fox X
I
Men.
I have I have mixed feelings about that. I agree with you. I think that they should just be done with them. I'm thinking, and of course I don't know this. I'm just speaking for what I think. I think this is going to be the last time that we see them. It's the multiverse, and it sounds like after the multiverse they're going to like reboot the MCU. So I'm assuming they're like, hey, since we can basically do anything with the multiverse and variants, I think this is the last time we're going to see them. So in that case, I'm like, okay, whatever. But if it's just going to be like they're just going to keep popping up, then like, all right, man, let's let these characters die. So Professor X, were you surprised to see Charles Xavier?
I mean, this is definitely, I don't know what variant this guy is because he has died a few times already.
He has, and he's looked the same. Like, I mean, he
Yeah.
looks. I know in Logan they made him look really old, but
Yeah.
this guy doesn't really seem to age all that much. Like in real life,
Did
he
he?
pretty much looks the same.
Didn't he die? He died in Multiverse of Madness, right?
I think Wanda like didn't she kill him like through
Oh yeah.
his
Yeah, in his mind or something
like
like
in his
that.
mind, which is like I didn't know that you could do that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
he died
So
there. He got blown up and
in X Men, yeah, Jean Grey blew him
Jean
up when
Grey.
he was inside the
Yeah.
house, but then he came
Disintegrated him.
back. I guess somehow he transferred his mind to like some like vegetable dude that was in the hospital right before that. Because at the
Yeah.
end credits, you hear his voice, which I also didn't know that you could transfer your mind to someone and then sound like them.
Yeah. And then he died in Logan.
So he's died.
So
What is that? 3 times?
he died 3 times.
Wait, did he die in Multiverse? No, no, yeah, he died in Multiverse of
Yep.
Madness. So that's 3 times. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna bring him back, but I guess variants. If they're variants, they can just pop up from. We don't know how many different worlds they're gonna go to. We don't even really know the plot, but
Yeah, so so all right, so he died 3 times in the Fox variant world.
wait, three or twice. The third time was in
Oh, third.
March. Third time was in Madness, right? Or did he die
Yeah, but
three
whose world
times?
was that? Was that the current world? No, no,
No, that was a different one.
that was a different one because Krasinski
Yeah.
was in that. So yeah.
Yeah, Krasinski
Ah,
was in that, and then they had who else was there?
is Krasinski in the Fox world?
That's a good question.
Uh, yeah,
I do not know.
because then you had Johnny Storm. Which world is that one from?
Oh, you talking about in Deadpool?
Yeah, in
I haven't
Deadpool.
seen Deadpool and Wolverine. I've only seen the clips, but yeah, I don't know, man. There, it's. I guess it's like it could be anything. Flyjock
Yeah.
7 says movies shaping up to be goated aside from the inevitable crappy Atmos and bass. Yeah, that's. I mean, man. Hopefully they get it. They do it right. But they used to on like when Marvel first came out, like Iron Man was solid, Thor was solid. They had some crazy bass in that. I don't remember what movie that Disney, maybe it was when Disney took over, but I don't remember what movie where the Atmos track started suffering because they used to be pretty solid in the beginning. But
Oh, at the beginning.
yeah, like Iron Man,
Oh
Hulk is one
yeah,
that I love.
yeah.
Like Hulk has amazing audio, but I don't know was Marvel. Did
Can we get?
Marvel? I mean, did Disney acquire them yet at that point?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
I don't
that's
think so.
probably why.
Can we get rid of Mark Ruffalo? Can we put Edward Norton's name on there and get rid of Mark Ruffalo?
You don't like Mark?
He doesn't even look like Banner to me.
No, he doesn't. All right, let's see. Next up is going to be
Okay.
Loki.
Speaking of people that have died multiple times and come back, I mean, come
Well,
on,
he's
man.
technically he's not dead now. Did you watch the series Loki?
I watched the first season. I only watched 2 episodes of the second season.
Second season was was better, although it's kind of awkward that they had He Who Remains as like an integral part of that show, and then all that stuff happened with him, in his personal life, and then like he's just gone.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
was
I heard he dies in that, right? Spoiler alert.
technically, yeah, spoiler alert.
Okay.
Technically, he dies.
But there's multiple versions of like thousands of them.
Yeah,
So okay. What a cop out. It's Marvel's such a cop out for doing this story. Yeah.
yeah. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised. I think that I've been watching some channels and they were saying that they thought that he might pop up, and I mean he is like he's so if you haven't watched it at the end of Loki season 2, I think they call him like God Loki or something. He's basically holding the multiverse together. Like You have to watch it. It's kind of hard to describe, but he ends up taking all of the what do they call the strands like from the multiverse
Oh yeah, the
that
different
branch off.
timelines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he takes them all and like basically is like holding them both like both hands, and he's just sitting at the center of time, I guess. So
at the end of the season 2.
yep. So he's alive right now. He's basically like I think they call him God Loki. So I wasn't too surprised to see him pop up, but it'll be interesting to see how, like, if he's gonna go up against Doom or what. But were you surprised to see him?
No, he's an integral part. Of course, he was
Yeah,
going to be there. Of
yeah.
course.
I'm
Plus,
wondering
I
too
mean,
how.
if he didn't die in season 2, then of course he would have to be there.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
just
not a
didn't
big
know.
fan of Loki. I felt like he should. If it seems like everybody who's bad in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, eventually they turn good.
Yeah,
Like he's like,
that's that's my thing with it. I
yeah,
I I've always loved Loki as a character. Like he's not one of my favorites, but the fact that like every single bad character they always end up turning, I'm like, come on, man. Like, because in the comics, like that guy doesn't turn good at all.
yeah.
Like there may be some times where he's doing good because he's he's got some type of God of Stories. That's what it is. Yeah, God of Stories, Loki. But I'm like, come on, man. Some people don't need to have like a arc where they turn good. Like Loki's just he had a great character development, great character. So let's see. Master of Wind says Endgame and Infinity War have amazing audio in my opinion. I think they're amongst the better ones, but I still don't think they're as good as they could be. What do you
What
think,
had it?
Shane?
I think they were good from what I remember. Those last two. I think
They're
Endgame was pretty good.
they're better than the rest of them before them, but I need to watch it again. But I remember hearing it. I was like, this is better, but it's still not.
I would like to watch it with. I think they're in DTSX, right, on Disney Plus.
Are
I'm
they?
sure
Oh
somebody
yeah, because of
probably on the TV.
yeah, because of
TV app.
DTS or no IMAX Enhanced.
Yeah. So I wonder. I mean, somebody probably knows in the chat if Disney Plus has DTSX on the newest Marvel movies. Obviously, we're not going to watch it on a TV.
Yeah,
I
we're
asked
not
I
hard
asked
off.
Sony. I asked Sony. I was like, "Hey man, are you guys going to release that app? The I think it's called the Bravia Core or something, or I think it's
Oh
just
yeah,
called Core now."
Cornell. Yeah,
They're like, "No, we want to just keep it for the TVs as a selling point." I was like, "Well, your projectors are like, IMAX hand certified. Why would you not?" She's like, "Yeah, it's just one of those things that we want to keep it for the TVs."
interesting.
I was like, "Okay, that makes sense to me." But yeah, Loki. Of course, I hope all these guys die, and then we get a fresh old reboot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'm I'm like I keep hearing rumors about that. I'm like, what could they possibly like? I don't think they're I don't think they're ever gonna get that nostalgia that we got from like the MCU starting, like from Iron Man and then Hulk. Like I don't think they're ever gonna recreate that. So it's kind of I something needs to be done.
Well, I
I'm
think
not the biggest fan of rebooting because I like for it to have a continuation. But if they just keep doing the same junk that they've been pushing out, then yeah, reboot it.
I think whatever they're gonna do in obviously they're gonna have to maybe build it up in Thunderbolts. Whatever this is gonna start to kick off. Obviously, it's gonna have to because the Thunderbolts are in the cast list.
Yeah,
Whatever they're gonna start in Thunderbolts, they totally didn't even bring this up in Captain America. So I don't see how Captain America even rolls into Thunderbolts. But whatever they're going to do, they're going to have to start off with Thunderbolts, parlay that over into Fantastic Four, which would probably introduce Doom, which then would build up into Doomsday. And then second from Doomsday, I think we move over to Spider-Man 4. Whatever builds up in Spider-Man 4 would culminate most likely in Secret Wars. And I think whatever happens in Secret Wars, I would imagine that all of the current Avengers and the Fox X-Men probably get eradicated or something. I don't know the storyline in the comic books, but then we're probably going to get a soft reboot as the Fantastic Four and the current X-Men going forward. Not even talking about getting a new X-Men or Avengers team.
So yeah, it's interesting because I was watching. I forgot who I was watching. I don't know if it was Campy or somebody, but they were saying that this isn't confirmed, but it seems like the Thunderbolts are the new
Oh, Avengers
Avengers. But then
could
it's
be
like, wait,
Dark Avengers.
yeah, but then they were like, wait, so are you telling me this group, the Thunderbolts, are going to go up against the X Men? Because that's not even fair. Like X Men would just wipe them off the face of the
Yeah,
off the map. I mean, maybe Bucky might be able to hold his own for a little bit, but against X Men, like, and I'm like, I don't really. Okay, the Thunderbolts, you have Bucky, who's a super soldier. Everybody else is pretty normal except for Ghost, and I mean, okay, she can teleport, but beyond that, everybody else is human, right? They don't have any superpowers. Like, how are they going to go up against X Men?
unless these guys get wiped out in the first movie, and we get the because I don't think the A team, the A Avengers, is in this cast list because like Thor was in there, Spidey was in there,
Yeah,
Strange was in there, like all the Cap wasn't even mentioned. So maybe they're saving them for Secret Wars.
yeah. So Ghost, I was completely shocked. So another thing about this stream is they just basically told you like, which I guess maybe it's not that big of a reveal, but they just basically told us everyone from Thunderbolts is going to be alive. It
Yeah,
was like, all
to
right,
be
well,
killed off, to be killed off in Doomsday.
yeah, we'll see. Maybe I don't know though, man. I mean, I most of the people on Thunderbolts, like, I don't really care for, other than Bucky. Like, I don't really care if they get killed off. Now, maybe that will change after I see the movie. Maybe they have some deep, you know, backstory where you end up caring about the characters. You're like, oh man, I don't want them to die. But I mean, as it stands, like everyone that we've seen, I'm like, I don't. How's this the new Avengers? But were you surprised to see Ghost?
Well, she's in the Thunderbolt. Well, she's in the Thunderbolts. I think it's going to be. I really think these guys are all going to die off in this movie because none of these guys are like really the main characters. I feel like nobody they really
Well,
mention is the main characters.
and they're going up against Sentry. Like, I don't really know much about Sentry. Like,
Where he's in this cast list too, though.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, does that mean he's going to be good? Is he going to turn? But I
Clearly,
mean,
he's
like,
going to be good.
he's
He's the bad
he's
guy turns good again.
yeah. His power levels are supposed to be like ridiculous. Like, I don't really know much about him, but I like Wikipedia him, and he's got some crazy. I mean, the little that we saw in the trailer of him, like whatever he was like wipe smearing people out with that.
Yeah,
So, um, yeah,
he was
I
doing
don't.
the War of the Worlds, vaporize the guys running across the
Yeah,
street.
minus the blood. All right, let's see. So next, another character that I don't care about. Like, why is
Yes,
he in? I
he's
mean,
dying. He's dying too. He's gonna die too. Nobody cares about Mbaku.
that's what I'm saying. Like, like I wonder, is he going to be in there for like 5 or 10 minutes? Like, why is he in there over some of the other people? So yeah, I don't really care about his character very much. They can kill him off.
Yeah,
Even in
another
the Black Panther
secondary
series, I
character.
was just like, he's not. I don't. He's not my favorite. He doesn't have any powers. So yeah, he's a secondary character.
I just realized that's a gorilla on his chest.
Oh yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, look at that.
Interesting.
Did not notice that. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna die. Yeah, Ghost is dying. He's dying. Nobody
All right,
cares about
so
these two characters.
we got two people that we think is gonna die so far.
The two previous guys already died multiple times already.
Yeah,
So
yeah. If those guys die, then these
yeah,
guys are definitely gonna die. Yeah, it's actually they might wipe out the whole like most of the cast in this movie, man. Because well, we'll get to it, but they didn't. Some of the big heavy hitter Avengers, original Avengers, I think they're probably gonna show up even though they didn't get announced. I mean, like they have to. Like, there's no way. Okay, next up, Red Guardian. I also don't care about this guy. Like, I mean, he was funny in, Black Widow,
Black Widow. Yeah,
but I'm like, I don't, I don't
he gonna
think
die
he's
too.
necessary.
Yeah, he's definitely dying too. I don't see him carrying him over past Secret Wars, unless he's really awesome in Thunderbolts.
Well, and what's weird about him is like, okay, he's like, a version of Captain America, but now he's fat, and but he's still like super strong. So I'm like, how is this? I thought eventually like he was gonna like, oh, I'm back in the game. Let me slim down and start working out. But no, he's just
Well, he's got a dad bod. He's got two kids. That is Yelena's dad, right? And Black Widow's dad?
their step. I think it's
Stepdad.
their step parents. Like he's not their
Yeah.
actual
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
actual
it's not. That's right.
because they're not sisters.
Yeah. They're part of the Black Widow program.
Yeah,
But that's not Yelena's dad?
I
I
don't.
know it's not Black Widow's dad.
No, I don't think it's either of their dads. I
Hmm.
think they were like adopted. I think they both came to. I think they were adopted by them together. I have to go back and watch it, or maybe I don't. I don't. I don't really care about
Very,
that movie very much.
very forgettable Black Widow.
I don't know why they even made it.
Unnecessary.
I'm like, I don't need to see a Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
But
Plus, she dead.
let us know in the comments, guys, what you guys think. Yeah, let us
She,
know what you think about who's gonna die or what. We got some. Oh, Michael Walker's in the house. Hey, Michael Walker, this is not a Nakamichi stream here. I haven't even got it yet to answer your question, so um, it will be coming. Okay, man, there's this
did
kid
you
at
hold
my
on?
door.
What's his name?
Michael Walker.
No, look at this guy's name on screen.
Oh, David Harbour, Red Guardian.
How do you spell Guardian?
Oh, I did. Did I spell guard? Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, he
There's a
was
kid.
okay. He was all right in Black Widow though. He was funny.
Yeah, there's a kid at my door that just keeps ringing my doorbell for some reason during a live stream. I
Hmm.
usually put up a sign and I was like, nah, ain't nobody gonna bother me. Okay, so we got
Stranger danger.
right. I think is he still there?
You got cookies in his hand.
No, it's just some kid I ain't never seen before. All right, so Human Torch.
Dude, what if you
So
hold on. What if you are getting some girls? Do you ever buy Girl Scout cookies that come to your house?
man, I don't think they've ever came here since I moved in
Really?
2018.
Hmm.
If they have, it's been one time. They don't ever. I've never come. Like the stupid solar panel people come to my house more than they do, man.
Yeah. I just never mind. I was just thinking about something else.
Human
Yeah.
Torch. So I guess this is no surprise because I mean, yeah, we haven't even gotten a Fantastic Four. There's no way they're going to kill them off. I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four is going to be probably in the MCU for a good while, and maybe like if they do reboot it, they're they're going to be there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be there for a while. What's his name? Joseph Quinn,
Joseph Quinn.
the new Human Torch. Maybe he's a good actor. He was good in Quiet Place 3.
That's the only
Technically,
thing that
technically
that
one.
I've seen him in.
Now he's in Stranger Things last
Oh,
season.
that's right. He was. I started watching the first episode. I think of season 5?
Yeah. They're
And
long episodes too. That's how you do episodes. Hour and a half.
yeah, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do 'em. Disney
Mhm.
with your stupid 22-minute, 26-minute, crazy.
22-minute episodes. Only 8 episodes too.
Yeah, ridiculous. All right, so no surprise there. Let's see. Next we got like
This guy. Oh, he died. Yeah.
he's definitely. Oh,
Everybody
he almost
except
died already. He's in the hospital right now, dude. Almost died. He's definitely died.
yeah, everybody except for the Fantastic Four on this list dead.
Yeah, I mean this guy decided to go head on with like what was it, like a torpedo or something? I
He's
forgot how
Falcon's Falcon. He's Falcon's new Falcon. This
he's
guy.
Falcon's new Falcon. Yeah, that movie was pretty bad. Like when I was watching it, I was like, oh, it's not as bad as everybody said it was. And then afterwards, me and you started talking about it, and we were
It's
like,
worse.
you know what? Yeah, it
It's
was
worse.
bad because you start picking apart everything. We're like, this is horrible. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely dying.
I was like, he's in the bed, and then Cap, Anthony Mackie was like, "Don't forget to bring your wings. You're gonna be a part of the Avengers." I was like,
Yeah.
"What?
Like,
That's
bro, this
how
guy
you-
can't.
you're automatically part of the Avengers now?"
Yeah, apparently everybody is. I mean that what the head from the Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man that turned out to be was it like a Modoc kind of in Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Yeah.
Quantumania? He was
Listen,
like,
I
I
like
want to
that
be an
movie.
Avenger.
Yeah, that's good
I don't
too.
know, man. I didn't really. I was disappointed. I thought it was going to be better.
Quantumania? I liked it.
Yeah,
We'll get to that when we get to Paul Rudd.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Joseph
yeah, kill this
Gladiator
guy
2.
off, please. Yeah,
Was he
he
in
died.
Gladiator 2 as
Nah,
well, Joseph?
Joseph Quinn was.
Yeah, Joseph Quinn was in Gladiator 2.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I
he's
haven't seen it.
one of the kings. Yeah, Falcon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's gonna get killed off for sure.
Yeah, he's
100%.
dying.
Yeah, in that world.
So I was surprised to see Sentry on the list just because, like, one, we haven't even seen the movie for Thunderbolts, but I'm like, oh, I guess they're gonna like. But my question is he going to be part of the MCU afterwards? As powerful as he is, like, he's supposed to be one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. Like, are they gonna keep him alive, or like, I mean, he seems like he's gonna be pretty hard to kill. So
Yeah, I mean he's been coming up. This guy, Bill Pullman. He's been Maverick. I forgot he was
wait,
in
who
a
was he in
movie I
at
saw the
Maverick?
other day.
Oh yeah, he
He's
was
Bob.
yeah, Bob. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot
he's
about that.
Bob. He was in a movie I just saw the other last week, Riff Raff,
Riff Raff.
with Bill
Wait, hold
Murray.
up. This guy, this guy was in Top Gun Maverick too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, he almost
So
died. He almost crashed, rather.
Deadeye, Deadeye.
Oh, hold on. He almost crashed in Maverick, and
Yeah.
then he did crash in Captain America. He definitely
So he's
died in
definitely dying.
Doomsday. He's going to crash and die
He's gonna
officially.
crash, burn, and die. All right, so we got Sentry out of the way. Yeah, I'm curious to see what his power levels are going to be like because if he's the big bad, and they haven't really shown us anything other than the latest new
Yeah,
trailers, but I mean, from the comics, he's supposed to be like one of the most powerful.
I think they'll keep him around. I think Bill.
Yeah,
That's his name? Bill Pullman? No, that's his dad. What's his real name? Bill Pullman.
like his character name or the actor?
The actor's name. It's not Bill
Is it?
Pullman.
I think it's something Pullman.
Yeah, something Pullman. It's Bill Pullman's son.
Wait,
The
who's Bill
president.
Pullman?
Is it Bill Pullman? No, Bill Pullman is his dad. Ben
Who's
Pullman?
who's his dad? Is he an actor?
Independence Day's president's.
Oh, yeah. That's his dad?
Yeah. Yeah, it's his
Oh, I
dad.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, but I think I think they're gonna keep him around. He seems to be getting bigger. His star has been getting bigger.
Yeah, and I'm also wondering too if like we're not going to see his full like power levels in this movie until like maybe like Doomsday or something. Maybe like because they typically do that with the MCU. Like they'll show him like, oh, this guy's pretty powerful, but they're not going to like unleash all of his power levels in the same movie. That's what I'm assuming.
Unless
All
you're
right.
saving. I don't know how strong Doomsday or Doom is gonna be, but
Yeah.
that could
So
be
that's
like
another
his.
thing. And which I didn't know this until a few years ago. In the comics, Doom is actually like one of the most powerful, at least bad guys in the whole like Marvel comics. Like he's like not mystical, but he's got some type of like power level where like mystic arts or something like that. He's pretty powerful. So yeah, maybe he'll go toe to toe. I don't care
Oh,
about her.
they're not gonna
Like,
kill her off.
huh?
They're not killing off Florence.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so. She's too big. She's an A-lister, and she's young.
Yeah, but I mean, her character, like she's like, I mean, in a fight with super beings, like she's the first to go. Like anybody in this movie that doesn't have superpowers should be first. I mean, that's you can't go up against superheroes, And I'm trying to figure out how she's gonna go up against Sentry, her and the other guys. So I don't know. I don't really
Because
care
they're going to
about
talk
her.
him down at the end of the movie. Then Sentry's going to join the Thunderbolts, aka the the Dark
The Dark
Avengers.
Avengers. Do you think
Yeah,
he's the asterisk at the end of the Thunderbolts?
I think that's the name change. At the end, they're gonna be like Dark Avengers. Will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah,
Obviously, that's what's gonna be.
that just seems like a whack. Like to call like this is the new Avengers. Like I don't know. It doesn't have
I
the
mean,
same.
technically, there is no Avengers. They're just all
Right.
dismantled, or they all their contracts ended and they just left the
Yeah.
MCU.
Until Robert Downey
Nobody,
Jr. and you know,
nobody cares about the young Avengers.
yeah, I don't care about them at all. Like I could care less to see those. But it
The
looks
new
like we're getting them
Avengers.
anyway.
Ms. Marvel is the head.
Oh my god, I didn't.
Anthony
I didn't.
Mackie, girl, Black Hawk. What's his? Is her name Black Hawk? No,
Wait, which
Hawkeye,
one?
girl, Hawkeye, Ms.
Her
Marvel.
name is oh crap, you just made me forget it. Yeah, I
Oh,
forget
Haley
her name.
Steinfeld.
Yeah,
Haley
Haley
Steinfeld.
Stanfield, but I forget her actual comic book name.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Unforgettable.
Hawkeye, isn't it? It's just Hawkeye,
No,
like the new
think
Hawkeye.
it's something else. All right, so Yelena, next we got Shang-Chi. It's about time this guy shows up, man. Now I'm actually excited to see him in the Ten
Oh
Rings.
yeah.
Like the Ten Rings are those things are supposed to be like super super powerful, man. I mean, they did a pretty. I like what they did in Shang-Chi movie, but I mean, when did Shang-Chi come out? Did that come out during the pandemic?
Was it the I feel like it was before the pandemic.
If I mean, if so, that's we're talking like 5 years already. This guy hasn't shown up.
Hey Google, when did Shang-Chi the movie come out?
In the United States of America, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings came out on September 3rd, 2021.
2021.
So
I guess during the pandemic then.
4 years, man.
Yeah, 4 years.
So it's good to
Um,
finally see him come back. Like I don't think he's dying. I think he's sticking around.
yeah, he's definitely sticking around. He's only had one movie. Of course, he's sticking around.
Yeah, and he's got
Plus, I
those
guess he's
rings,
got
man.
powers.
Yeah, he's got those 10 rings.
I really didn't like the movie, but he got the
I
rings.
actually enjoyed
though.
it, but I still need to buy it. I like the movie. I think it could have been. There were some things I think they could have done better, but I don't really know much about Shang-Chi in the comics anyway. So maybe if I knew like the lore and stuff, maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. But actually, I mean, I like this better than what was the movie you said that you liked and I didn't like?
Quantumania?
Yeah, I liked it better than Quantumania.
I don't know. When they went over to the, I don't know, whatever world he came from, with the dragons and
Yeah,
the.
the dragon was much.
like-
That was too much. That was a
I
little
was like,
cheesy.
I was like, what these mystical creatures are in the woods, and all of a sudden we're like in some kind of a fantasy movie. I was like, that's all colorful, and CG was just super fake. I was like, come on, Marvel.
They could
What are
have
you
done that
doing,
whole
man?
fight scene at the end without the dragon. I agree. The dragon, it just like pulled you out of the movie. You're like, wait, come on, man, really?
I mean, with the whole ring fight was super cool.
Yeah, that was
When
awesome.
his dad, or whoever the Mandarin, the real Mandarin.
Yeah, the real Mandarin. Yeah,
Yeah, that fight
Mandarin
was
and the Ten Rings.
yeah, that was really cool. But then everything else, it's just like, man, it was like way cartoony. I was like, come
Yeah,
on.
and then like for me, I like the movie, but was it Aquafina? Like she kind of got on my nerves a little bit. Like she's like too much for me. Anytime I see her in anything, I'm just like, oh god, like I don't know, man. She just doesn't do it for me.
I'm just glad they didn't change Shang-Chi's race into something else. I'm glad they kept him Asian.
Yeah. No, I don't think they could have got away with that.
Some Asian representation in Marvel.
Be like some black or white guy playing him.
I wish he was a little more Asian though. I mean, he's Asian for sure, but
Yeah,
I would have liked I would have liked like maybe a little bit more like an actual kung fu guy, martial arts guy.
I mean,
Like
supposedly he was trained by his dad. I mean, the fight scene on the bus was cool.
yeah, it was all right. I don't know. Yeah, the movie just didn't do it for me. I think maybe because it was not only was just a little cartoony, but then what's her face was
Yeah, Aquafina.
the sidekick character.
I don't know why they. That's the thing about Marvel. Like, I get that's their thing. They like to have comedy, and it's a good balance. But sometimes they just leaned way into it. I mean, a perfect example of that was Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, that was the first Marvel movie that I actually hated. I was like, what is this? First of all, Thor is not a comic relief character. Why are
Yeah.
they keep trying to make him funny? I mean, I actually liked the Dark World, or was it the Dark Thor, the Dark
Yeah,
World?
Dark World.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that movie. A lot of people don't like it, but like the Aquafina stuff was just too much.
I just adjusted. I'm assuming mine is probably louder, so I turned
Is
it
it
down a little
me?
bit. I mean,
Is
we've
it?
been here for like a half hour, so we've been here for 40 minutes. The first time we've heard of it.
Let us know who it is. Is it me or Shane? I know I can hear yours. You lowered yours. If I need to lower mine, I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, lowered mine a little bit. A couple dBs. Yeah, but he's
Let's
back. I'm
see.
glad. I wish they would have given him better shoes, though. I think in the movie they gave him sneakers.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like part of his outfit?
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was
Yeah.
like, he's a martial arts expert. Give him some slippers. Give him Nikes or something.
Nikes. All right, let's see here. Next up is Nightcrawler. So I'm excited to see him again. I know this goes back to the Fox characters, but I really like him as a character. I think he's a really cool character. And then I think what is the actor's name? I forgot. Because when I saw his name, I was like, "Who's that?" And then I looked him up. I was like, "Oh, that's Nightcrawler,
Yeah, yeah, Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming." Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to see him again. I like what the actor did with the newer one in the newer X-Men movies, but the original one, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, all you Shane Leasters out there, make sure you hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get some likes on this video.
Hit the thumbs up, man. And can we get at least one super chat?
Super chat. Nobody watching has money.
Thanks, Shane, for
The
cutting the.
okay, yeah, okay, we fixed it. Yeah, Alan Cumming. How old is this guy? He's got to be pretty old now to be
Yeah. Well, that's
poofing
another thing with
around.
all the Fox characters, man. All those people, they're at least in their 50s. I mean, what Hugh Jackman's what, like 55? Who's the oldest out of that
God,
group?
God, I
Maybe Hugh
hope he doesn't
Jackman.
show up. I hope he don't show up. I'm
We're gonna
tired of
talk
Hugh
about him a little
Jackman.
bit. Let's see. Gonna be hard seeing Downey as a bad guy. So when I first heard about it, I was like, "What? Why are they?" It did seem like, hey, like this is we're desperate. But Robert Downey Jr. is one of my favorite actors, and he has an incredible range. So I'm excited to see what he does with that character, just from his acting skills. But it's got to be a 10 out, like the story, the plot, everything. It's got to be a 10 out of 10 for it to work. Because if it's like, oh, this is kind of whack, like it's gonna be bad for them. But I'm excited to see what Downey does with Doom. It's I think it'll only work though if it's if he is a variant, because if he's just like the legit Doom, like how is that gonna work?
I hope that he gets killed off and the real Doom comes in Secret Wars.
Yeah, I'm thinking that may, but well, we don't know what his contract was. Is it for multiple movies? If it's just for one movie, then yeah, maybe he'll get killed off. But if it's supposed to be multiple, then probably not going to get killed
Oh,
off.
you know what? You know what? He'll be in Secret Wars, and then at the end of Secret Wars, no, at the end of Doomsday, the real Doomsday will come in, and then Downey Jr. will take on the mantle of the dead Tony Stark, and
Mm.
he'll then turn an Iron Man. Uh-huh.
So I saw a theory that the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man that we've seen all along is actually Victor Von Doom, and they said that it was He Who Remains that took him as a baby in one timeline and put him in our timeline, and he was basically raised as Tony Stark because Victor Von Doom defeated him in like some other timeline. So they were saying like, I think the Tony Stark that we have actually. I'm like, that's actually not a bad theory, but I mean it's a stretch, but who knows, man? With the multiverse theory, they can make up whatever they want. So
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
so then they were saying like, if that's the case, then it would make sense as to why they hired Downey Jr. to play Doom, because he's actually supposed to be the Doom, but He Who Remains took him and raised him or put him in the timeline that he was in now to be raised by his parents to start, so that he wouldn't grow up to be doomed to defeat him. So I don't know, but it was pretty interesting.
Whatever you just said, I couldn't even follow. You're gonna tell me the rest of the people in the world can follow that?
Probably not. That's how wild it is.
This dude's
Magneto.
how old is this dude? He's gotta be like 87 right
I'm
now.
surprised he's still alive. So my question is, like, are they gonna finish filming before some of these people like die?
He's
like,
definitely dead. He's definitely dying.
Yeah, this is the last time we're going to see him, and that's what I'm curious about him. Like, he's so old. Obviously, it's going to be like 95%, stuntmen and stuff or whatever. But like, how much are we actually going to see of him? Is it going to be like dialogue? Are we going to see him actually fighting? Because he's pretty old. I mean, when did the first X-Men come out? That's been well over 20 years, because
It's
Jackman's
like
been playing
2000, I think.
2000. Yeah, that sounds about
I think
right.
so.
So I mean, 20 years. I'm honestly surprised he's still alive.
Yeah, he's
So
still
he's
kicking.
got to be in his 70s, 80s probably.
Ian McKellen. Let's see. He is 85. I was close. 85 years
Wow.
old.
I'm
I hope he
surprised
gets
he's still
killed by.
acting.
Hope he gets killed by the current Magneto.
I don't think he's showing up. You talking about Michael Fassbender?
No, by whoever the new
current
actor is going to be. The unannounced new Magneto.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to see any of these Fox guys. But okay, cool.
So I have some thoughts about that.
Why-
I'll share later.
Why even bring him back? Why not bring back Fassbender? Why do we have to see?
Yeah,
Ian
I was
McKellen?
surprised. Well, I mean, I guess because they're doing the Fox thing, but I mean, they were both in some of the same movies
Yeah.
together. So, but I think I think they're probably going to do like, hey, we know that the Fox universe basically started all of this for us, for Marvel, so let's give them a proper send off. I think that's to me what I think they're doing.
I thought he
All
got.
right.
Didn't he? Did he die?
What's
He did
that?
die in the movies, right?
No, he
This
died.
Magneto.
He died in Days of Future Past. That was the last time we saw
Did
him,
he?
right? Yeah, because they came through at the very end when the Sentinels were coming. He barricaded himself, or he barricaded. It was him, Wolverine, um, Professor X, and I think Kitty Pryde that was left in there. And I think they stabbed him through. Somehow they got through, and I think they killed him. Like
Huh.
right before Wolverine ended up saving the past, and then he woke up and he was in the future. But yeah, he died. Pretty much everybody in that movie died at the end.
Apparently
That was
not.
a good movie though. Yeah,
He
apparently.
definitely
Yeah, it's
did
going to be
die.
interesting to see how they bring everybody back. At least the ones that have died. Next up, we got this guy. So I mean, yeah, no surprise
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Ben
I'm
Grimm.
I'm
He's not
curious
gonna
to
die.
see. Yeah, he's not dying.
He's
What
going forward.
did you like Michael Chiklis's
I
version?
liked his version. I mean, I liked how he looked. I liked the physical costume they gave him. I know some people didn't like it, but I thought it looked cool because it was kind of like he was on set, like in real life. Whereas I'm sure he's gonna look CG this current thing. Hopefully, it's good
Yeah,
CG, not like Marvel CG, because
yeah,
Marvel CG sucks. Lately, it sucks.
yeah. Some movies is like really good, and then others. I mean, you look at Iron Man. That stuff looked great,
Yeah,
but then you
I think
look
they
at other
peaked.
stuff.
They like peaked in Endgame. Like Thanos looked real.
Yeah,
He would grab
yeah.
his
Thanos
face
looked
and
real,
stuff.
and then even was it Ebony Shaw, the dude that could like move stuff and stuff. Was it Ebony Shaw? In the very beginning when they're on the ship, and he's like, "Hear me." No, when they're on
Oh
Earth.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Squidward.
the Maw.
Yeah. Ebony Maw. Ebony Shaw.
Maw.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's Ebony
I was
Shaw?
like,
Ebony Maw. Yeah.
it'd be Shaw.
Get out of here, Squidward. Earth is closed today.
If they made a live action SpongeBob like that, that'd be awesome.
Voiced by Robert Downey Jr.
Can we get an AI SpongeBob movie?
right?
Make it look real. The Maw.
Namor. So I was surprised to see this. Like, I don't care about his character at all. I
He's
think
dying for sure. He
you
definitely dead.
think. I don't know, man. He's like, I don't know. I
I
don't know if
mean,
he's gonna die or not because
he
they
don't
seem
even look
like
like he don't even
what
look like he worked out for the role. I mean, that's
I
not
know.
Namor the Submariner.
Yeah, I was like,
Sorry.
man, he's got a couple love handles over there. What's going on, man? The mall,
Yeah,
yeah,
when he walked out of the water and Wakanda forever, I was like, dude, you got roles, man. What's gonna happen in here?
but
You
maybe
eat
that's
too much
cut.
fish.
Maybe lay off the tuna. Maybe that's because he's in the water and like he doesn't. Maybe he's not moving. I don't know. I would, but it's like if you're
Swimming
swimming,
is
I would think you would
swimming is
burn
the best.
calories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the best exercise.
So I know this is like Marvel's version of Aquaman, but to me, and I know that it's comic book accurate, but to me, it was a little cheesy that this dude was flying around with wings on his on his ankles. And again, I know that that's comic
Well,
book accurate, but I was like, come on, man, like let's just
if
not
he
have him
was
fly.
if he was jacked like Reacher and he had the wings and he was like cool with it with the spears, I'm like, all right, that works. But this guy was just like, we were not body shaming or anything, but he was a little
Right,
dumpy
right.
flying around. Like those little
Well,
wings aren't going to carry this
yeah,
guy.
we're not body shaming, but for a superhero, like he didn't get in shape like some other people did, and yeah, those little bitty wings that was just corny to me. I thought that they would have left that off, but
Didn't she cut one off? Didn't she?
she did. That's right. What's up, Denmark?
Half his power is already going. Just like flicked his little ankle
Right?
wing off.
Ah. Let's see. Hope you two are doing great. Yes, we are, man. Appreciate you
Yeah.
tuning in. I know it's probably he's always watching stuff, man. It's probably like 12 a.m. or 3 a.m. Somewhere there.
Yeah, but this dude's dead. Gone. See ya.
See, I don't know, man. I felt like in Wakanda Forever, I felt like they were trying to hype him up as like he's gonna be sticking around. Like I didn't feel like he was Namor was because I mean it's the freaking ocean. I don't know. I don't think that they're gonna kill him off. It's possible, but it seems like they were trying to like hype him up to be like. And to me, he just wasn't really even that intimidating. Like he was
Yeah, sorry.
powerful. There was some stuff where he did where I was like, oh, okay, wow, he's that powerful. But he didn't really intimidate me.
Plus, he looked like he was about 5'4", so it
Yeah,
wasn't like,
yeah, he was pretty
oh,
small.
this movie's not working. The whole movie didn't work. So
Yeah. Well, so what do you think about that? Do you think that they should have just recast T'Challa and gone forward, or did you think that they did it right, but the movie just wasn't
I
good?
mean, if they recasted Edward Norton, gave it to Mark Ruffalo, nobody got mad about that. They recasted Terrence Howard, turned him into Don Cheadle.
That's true.
They couldn't have recasted Chadwick Boseman.
Different circumstances. So I think the issue was because he died, and I think
It
from
ain't
what I
like he
saw
was.
online, people thought would like, oh, you're disgracing his legacy, which I think that's ridiculous, but I think that's what it was. Versus like
What
Don Cheadle,
legacy? I was like, not like Chadwick Boseman was some Denzel.
right?
He wasn't like
Exactly.
he wasn't even a well-known actor. He just played Black Panther. I can
Yeah,
see
I
if it
don't
was
know.
like maybe if it was like the first Black Marvel superhero, which Blade would have something to say about that. He wasn't, so it was just like,
Yeah.
come on.
I agree with you, but I think the internet, the internet's going to internet, and I think they would have. I'm not saying that's why Marvel went that way, but well, I actually I did read that. What is his name? The director.
Oh yeah,
Um, I forget his name. I did remember reading something that he actually said himself he didn't want to recast him because of his legacy. So,
the
but
movie was the movie was like mid-level, anyways. Wasn't even that good.
yeah,
That
and
that end
they
fight, the
made
whole end fight, the
no, that was
CG in the
whack.
end was like, oh, so bad.
And
Sorry.
he didn't work as a bad guy to me. Like he could have been like a side bad guy, secondary character that's part of the movie, but he just didn't. It just didn't work for me.
Who, Namor?
Yeah, yeah.
Namor.
As the bad of the the main bad guy of the movie. Paul says recast would have been the right move if done correctly. I agree, but I
Okay.
also get that it was so like I don't know if I was in that situation, like if it was my personal friend or something, and I'm like, man, like that's a lot to deal with. Like I got to rewrite the script, and I got to decide if I want to recast this dude or just do something else. And he was my friend. Like I can understand that, but if you're talking just strictly business, they should have just recast him or just waited and you know till they found a good actor
I
to make
mean,
the movie.
if you can recast James Bond every few years, you can recast Black
That's
Panther.
true.
Nobody cares about. Let's be real.
Somebody else that I don't care about, U.S. Agent.
Oh, come on, man. He's definitely living. He's living. I love this guy.
Really?
Did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
When
I
he was
mean,
just beating dudes, pop, 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 with
he's
the
I'll admit he's an interesting character as far as like a story arc, but like I just don't after Captain America, I don't know, man. There's just something that I'm like I don't hate him. I just like I could care less if this guy if I ever see him again. John Walker, what is his name?
yeah, John Walker,
John Walker, U.S. Agent.
U.S.
Like I
agent.
said, I think the character itself is interesting, and what they did with the storyline of he's having to replace or fill the shoes of Captain America. He's not a super soldier, and then he takes the super serum, and then he's not on the level of you know he's not on the level of Captain America where he basically did everything right. He made all the right decisions. This guy's having to make these decisions at the spur of the moment. You know, so I don't know. I I didn't really care about him too much.
I thought he was the best thing on the show. After he went bad, broke bad, and they killed that dude in the street, I was like, oh, this show's taking a turn. I
But
was like,
wait,
okay.
hold up. Is he that bad if he got beat down by the Dora Milaje? Is it how do you say it? The Dora Milaje in that fight scene? They like. I mean, he even said it. He was like, they don't even have superpowers, and they kick my butt. You remember that?
I must have forgot that part. In the show?
Yeah, at the very end, it was him because it was him, Bucky, and the Falcon when they were. Or I think they had. What's the guy with the mask? I think they were like trying to like get
Oh
him
yeah.
somewhere, and then
I gotta rewatch that again.
is it the Dora Milaje? I forget. I always forget how to say it. But
Dora
they
Milaje
came in
versus
there
him?
and they were asked. They were like, "Hey, hand him over." And they were like, "No, we're not going to do that." And you don't remember they dismantled Bucky's arm? Like she did that thing and like his arm fell
Oh
off. And
yeah.
then because Anthony Mackie was telling, he was like, "Hey, man, you might not want to go up against these chicks." He was like, "They don't have any powers," and she just destroyed him. He was like all butt hurt at the end. He was like, "Oh man, they don't even have any powers," and like I couldn't even defeat them. So
I gotta rewatch that again. I gotta rewatch it. But it sounds good though. It sounds like I would have liked it. I gotta rewatch it again. Yeah, I like it though. I mean, he was just like he wanted to be Captain America, and they were just like, "Nah,
yeah,
dude, you're not good
I like the
enough."
story arc. I don't know. Maybe they didn't execute it the way. I don't think they made me feel like I didn't feel like I cared about him. And I don't know if it's the actor or if just the way that he portrayed it. Like I said, I think the story is interesting, but I don't know. I could care less if he dies, but maybe he'll have a better story arc in Thunderbolts, and maybe I'll care about him more.
Yeah, well, I hope he lives. Fingers crossed he lives. I
And
think
does
I think I think Thunderbolts is gonna be good.
I'm more
Yeah.
excited about it now than I was when it first came out because I was like I don't care about these characters, but I am excited to see the movie. So we should
Yeah.
be getting that. What is it, May or June?
I think it's a couple weeks. I think.
I think no, I don't think it's April because I looked. I think it's in May.
That's not April?
No, because I looked and I was like, man, there's it's like trash in the theaters until I'm pretty sure it's May.
Let's
All right,
see.
let's see. Next up, you looking it up?
Release. Oh, Thunderbots? No, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts movie. May 1st.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was May 1st.
Okay. Or May 2nd, technically.
Captain America, and I put an asterisk at the end because I can't call this guy Captain America.
Oh shoot. Captain
Like
Falcon.
I just can't. I don't know, man.
Yeah, look at. I mean, he just ain't got the jawline. Look at his jawline.
They should have just left him as the Falcon.
Yeah.
Um,
What if he's gonna go back as the Falcon? I wonder.
nah,
I wonder if they
they
kill
ain't no.
Falcon off.
Nah, he'll
John
run his
Walker takes
mouth.
over. They're like, John
So
Walker, you're taking over. Oh, hold on. Are we gonna have two cap shields in this show, in this movie?
so
He got a
I
cap
was just
shield.
about to say that. I was like, wait a minute, because John Walker has who has the actual. No, he has the actual Captain America
He
because
has it.
Captain
Yeah,
America gave it to him. So what is John Walker's made out of? Did they say that
that's
in the show?
right.
I don't remember.
Did he have it in the trailers?
So he's got it in the Thunderbolts, but it looks like it's bent. Like in one of the trailers, they show, I think Sentry like punches him or something. He's like punching him, and then like one of the other scenes, his shield is bent. So I was like, I don't think that's made out of
Huh.
vibranium.
Oh, they got vibranium now.
I mean, not vibranium. Yeah, vibranium. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Wakanda has it, but I mean, they didn't give John Walker that shield. So I don't know what his is made out of.
I'm trying to look at the stills. I don't
Mark
think
Reed
he has
says
a
fake
shield.
shield. Yeah, yeah. I think John Walker has a fake shield. It ain't made from the same stuff that Captain America, Steve Rogers has. I mean,
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
if it's bent in the trailer, like I don't know what that stuff is made out of. But yeah,
What's adamantium? They can give him an adamantium one from the
yeah,
celestial
from
island.
the Celestial Island. That was man. They messed
What a
that
dumb
movie up,
movie.
man.
What a dumb movie.
And the leader, they just messed that whole movie up, man. I will say I did enjoy the fight scene at the end with Hulk, Red Hulk. Like that stuff was cool and it sounded awesome. But other than that, and even that at the end, I'm like, okay, when he turns back to the president, Ross, he's like 80 years old and he's got this gaping gash, like he's still alive. Like, come on, man. Like I know the Hulk can heal, but I was just like, really? This
Well, how
dude's
about him? He got uh
oh my
uh
god. How many times did he get
S
stabbed?
yeah, he got stabbed like 3
He got stabbed with a
times.
hook. He got stabbed with what, like a hook? And then he got stabbed twice, and then he's just running around like nothing.
Like, I was like, oh, I was like, he's dead. He just got hit in the liver. He just pulls it out, keeps fighting. I was like, hold
He
on, you took
he
the
didn't even
super
pull it
serum,
out
didn't
at
you?
first. He kept fighting. He kept fighting. What is that? Giancarlo Esposito. I'm like,
Yeah.
this dude's. You know how impaired you would be if you had something jabbed in your in your abdomen.
And then the next scene, he goes back to his office and just like, I gotta switch out my shirt. It's dirty.
Yeah. Like,
I was like, you know,
okay.
where's your bandage at, buddy? Come on, man.
Apparently, nobody in that movie needs the super serum because that 5 foot chick was throwing around like Triple H size dudes. I'm like, are you serious right now? I don't care if this chick is from the Red Room. She's throwing around dude. Like, come on, man. Walker's shield is comprised of vibranium. I can't remember if they said that if they said what it was made out of in the show. Maybe that's right though. Mark Reed says that drop kick was crazy though. Yeah, man. I was
Wait a
like,
minute. Oh wait, so in the show, wait, at the end of Endgame, they gave him
they gave
Mackie the
Mackie,
shield,
yeah.
and then Winter Soldier, he was obviously in that one. He also had the shield. So did Mackie give Walker the shield?
No, wait a minute. He put the shield in the museum, right? In the very beginning, didn't he put the shield there, and then they gave it to John Walker, and
Oh,
then I
is that
think he
how it
got
worked?
it back. But he still has. So maybe John Walker. That's right. So I think Wendell is correct. I think Walker does have the vibranium shield. Yeah, because Mackie saw him on TV. They gave it to him. He was. I remember now. Yeah, he was watching the broadcast whenever they announced him as John Walker, and they gave him the shield. So then
Oh, okay.
I guess Falcon's shield must be from
Oh,
Wakanda as
yeah.
well because they gave him his wings.
Well,
So
did
there's two
Walker give
shields.
up the shield? Did he give up the shield at the end of
That's right.
the show?
Yeah, he did after he beat that dude and he dropped it. Man, I don't know. Who has the real shield? Will the real shield please stand up? Will the real shield please stand up? Tony Stark had made his shield too. So yeah, the one that Tony Stark made. What? No,
Well,
wait.
that got damaged
Yeah, that got damaged.
because Thanos cracked it.
Yeah.
So where's this shield? Oh wait. Oh,
There's
did he
two
go back? Did Cap go back in time to get his old shield from the 50s?
No, I think he still had it whenever
Oh,
he gave it to, because he gave it to Mackie at the end when he came back. He still had it. So
yeah,
I guess
right.
there's two shields now. Now I got to go back
So
and
he
watch
did.
them.
So he stole it from the past, brought it to the future, as an old
Did he?
man. I mean, how else? Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
it got damaged.
did he have it with him when he went to the past?
Mm.
Like before he went to the
He
past?
he couldn't have because it got cracked. Thanos destroyed it.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, he must have went back to the past and got it. Black Widow was
But
only
then,
5'5" if she was
so
without leverage.
so then, past Cap would be like, I have no shield.
Yeah, like who are you?
Let me take this shield. See ya. Zip.
Maybe he went back and fought himself again and he took his shield.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
confused.
just hold on a second. If he went back, all right. So he got his shield damaged in Endgame. He went back to the past because he had to return one of the stones.
He had to return all this. He had to return.
Return the
He had
stone.
more than one stone because he also
But
had to go
wait,
back to.
but he didn't come back to the future. He stayed there. He aged.
He
So
stayed there
technically, he did
with Penny,
with Penny. Is that her name? Penny?
Peggy,
Peggy.
Peggy Carter. And then
So
he came
there's
back,
two.
and then he gave then he was like, "Here, this belongs to you," because
So he
Bucky
got
was there
old.
too.
Yeah, he got old with Peggy. I think he was on the bench at the end. But if you went back to the past, wouldn't there be two Caps?
There should be, yeah, because we saw him fight himself already when they went back. So there has to be.
Yeah, he's
Oh
hanging
yeah,
out.
that's a.
He's hanging out. He's hanging out with two Steve Rogers back in the past.
I
Oh
never
man, they
thought about
messing up.
that.
Yeah.
Snap.
Unless that unless past Cap was still doing Cap stuff, and then the future Cap was just hanging out with Peggy.
Yeah, because how would he have not? Yeah, unless he just didn't do anything. Uh, Hold up. Let me call Kevin Feige real quick. Paul A says that's why the movies fall off after Infinity Wars. Yeah, man, I've never thought about that before. That's a good
I never
point.
thought about it either. Yeah.
Somebody needs to explain this.
Sheesh. Or
Okay,
maybe
or
Cap.
maybe Cap in the past was Peggy's husband that died in the main timeline. Wait, or maybe Cap in the past was Peggy's husband that. But they never got married though. Not in
Yeah,
that
they got married.
timeline.
I
He
mean,
just went back to
Cap,
the same timeline.
yeah, that
He just
Cap in
went
the
back
past
to.
would be the current Cap.
Yeah, it's the same Cap.
But
Okay.
then again, Paul Rudd did say, that's not how time works. This
That's
is not
true.
like the movies. So yeah, they're just, man, it don't even make sense, dude. The whole Shield thing. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta.
We
think
just
about that more
we
now.
just unraveled the whole MCU. All because of the Shield.
Okay, where are we at? So we're at. Did I not put her name up here? I thought I put her name up here. Oh yeah, Black Panther. So
Peggy in the past is like, oh, I got two of you guys now.
so if I get mad at one, I can go to the other one. What are your thoughts on Shuri as the current Black Panther and as showing up in this movie?
Ain't no way they're gonna make her Black Panther. I just don't see it.
I mean, she's currently Black
I
Panther
guess
right now, though, right?
I guess she's technically the Black
Yeah.
Panther, but she needs to die though. I know they're not gonna
Hey,
they're not gonna kill her.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna kill her either, but I don't really like. She's not menacing at all. I mean, she's not intimidating at all. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
she's
I
like,
guess if you just look at the suit, yeah, what the suit can do, anybody can get in the suit and do that, but it's just not the same, man. Like, I know it's never gonna be the same because of what happened and he died, but yeah,
well,
I wasn't a fan of that movie.
I think we're gonna get a multiverse Black Panther from a different timeline. They're gonna have
Possible.
to, Nobody's gonna buy her as the Black Panther. It's
They gotta do
just not
something.
believable. Partly the reason why the movie bombed because nobody wanted her as Black Panther.
Yeah. So I could even find a picture, a photo of her as the Invisible Woman, but no surprise here. Fantastic Four. Now I'm curious. What are your thoughts on Vanessa Kirby playing Invisible Woman?
Yeah, I guess fine. I mean, everybody's fine cast wise, I guess, except for maybe Pedro. He doesn't seem like the Reed Richards I was pictured, but she seems fine though.
I mean, he's in
She's a good
everything.
actress.
Yeah. No, she's a good actress, and I like her.
Yeah,
I I don't know if I like her in this role, but I haven't seen it yet. So maybe I'll watch it. I'm like, dang, okay, I see why they chose her. But I do like her as an actress. She needs to be like James Bond. Q shows up with cool tech, then bounces. Yeah, you're talking about. I think you're talking about Shirley. I agree.
yeah. I mean, that's what she was in the
Yeah, that's
original.
exactly what she was. And then
Yeah,
you know, Chadwick Boseman died, and I guess they decided to. I mean, I know in the comics, like his sister was Black Panther at some point, but doesn't mean it fits in the MCU.
yeah. It's like making Money Penny Bond.
Yeah.
The new Bond. Visible
Okay.
Woman. Yeah, yeah. I dig it. I like her.
Thor.
Chris
So I'm
Hemsworth.
glad to see him come. So I hope we get the Thor first Thor and Dark World version of Thor. Like I don't want to see some goofy like I don't want to see him running around cracking jokes.
Or fat. Hopefully he's
Yeah.
trimmed down.
That was kind of funny like with it for a little bit, but my thing was if this dude is a god, how does he even get fat? Like that shouldn't even be possible. Like really? Like his metabolism stops working? Come on, man. So yeah, like that I think Marvel was already on a decline, but that movie for me is when it just went like this, man. I was like, what are we doing here?
They were like,
Love and
we need to get Downey back to recover from Taika Waititi's movie.
Oh my god! And I love Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi is hilarious. Like he's an awesome director, but what he did with Thor is like I don't know how that got approved.
It was like we have Tim Burton's Batman, and then we go to Batman 4 to George Clooney's. That's
With
exactly
the
what
bat
happened.
nipples.
Yep.
Like I'll even Thor Ragnarok. I still didn't like that. You know they made him comedy relief, but even that movie, I'm like, okay, I can watch that movie and I can enjoy it and be okay with it. Thor: Love and Thunder, they took it up to like 20, and I was like, I'm not feeling this at all. This is horrible. I just couldn't do it.
I don't know.
So
So what was the other one? Ragnarok.
yeah,
I was
Ragnarok
like,
was okay.
it was all right, sort of. I was like, what are they doing here? He's hanging upside down with the fire god or whatever it
And
was,
immediately
and
starts cracking jokes. Yeah.
I
So
was like,
what's
hold
funny
on,
about
what's
that
happening?
is, I when that movie came out, I worked in a room with three other women, and they're not like big Marvel buffs, but they would go see the Marvel movies. And one of my coworkers came back. She's like, "Oh, I saw it this weekend." She was like, "It's my favorite Marvel movie so far," and I was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Man, it's hilarious." I was like, "Are you sure you watched a Thor movie?" She's like, "Yeah, it was like the funniest movie out of all the Marvel movies." And I was like, "What?" And so I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, maybe she's just exaggerating. And then I went and watched it, and I'm like, "Yeah, the opening scene, he's cracking jokes." So I'm like, "This is not how Thor's supposed to be." So, like I said, I
Yeah.
mean, the movie overall was okay. I can still watch that movie. Thor: Love and Thunder, I won't watch again. Like I saw it one time, I was like, I'm not watching this. I haven't even bought it. So I maybe eventually I'll buy it just so that I can keep my collection going with the Marvel movies. But I was like, I don't know who made the decision to
I
make this
think,
dude comedy relief.
yeah, I don't know. I guess since people really hated the dark world, how
I
dark it
don't know
was,
why
they were
though. It
just
was
like,
I love that movie. Christopher Eccleston was awesome in that. I
yeah, it
like
was
that
good.
movie.
That was my favorite Thor movie.
I think
Plus,
the
it was
first
really
one's
good in
still my
3D.
favorite, but did
It
I
was
see
weird
that in
because
3D?
if you look at the first one, it's like I was like, oh, they put hair extensions in him in this movie, didn't
Oh
they?
yeah.
And he wasn't quite as jacked.
Yeah, so me and my buddy we commented on that because in the first one he was like, so if have you ever seen what he looked like in Star Trek, the first Star
Yeah,
Trek.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was like
He
skinny.
was super skinny because I remember when they
Yeah.
announced him, I was like, "Who's this guy?" And I was like, "Oh, he was in Star Trek in the very beginning," and then he showed up at Thor, and I'm like, "Dude, this guy is massive." And then
Get
when
that
Avengers
Hollywood.
came out, yeah, when Avengers came out, he was still big, but he wasn't near that big, and I was like, "Yeah, you were on some roids, dude."
Yeah.
I think he
All
has
those
good
dudes.
genes. Yeah, I'm sure he has good genes. So, but I'm like, nah, bro, you don't get that big in 8 months.
All those dudes, man. The Hollywood steroids, TRT. They're
Yep.
juicing
Oh
up,
yeah,
dude.
they're all doing. Hugh Jackman's definitely doing it.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm glad to see him back. He's the only X Men I like
Me
to see
too.
back because you do him dirty.
James
I mean,
Marsden.
he's the
But
leader
isn't
of
he
the
dead
X
too?
Men.
Didn't
Oh
she
yeah, he
kill
definitely
everybody at the end?
yeah. He got disintegrated by Jean
Yeah.
Grey. He was like, "I love you." She's like, "Shoo." Just fucking turn you to
Yeah.
dust. He dusted him before Thanos did.
Yep. Let me see. They turned Thor into a constant midlife crisis character. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm glad to
Poor
see
Thor.
James Marsden. Um, how big of a role he's gonna have. All these X Men characters, I don't know, but
Yeah, we need redemption for Thor and Cyclops.
yeah,
And
who
please,
needs redemption more?
I mean, can we get the official X Men costumes too?
Which one's
Like, I don't want to
the
see this
yellow?
black leather. I don't want to see black
Yeah,
leather Cyclops. I want blue with the yellow strap across his chest.
I'll take that.
I I think they gave it. Didn't he have that look in First Class? Or one of the
didn't they have
movies.
them just like hanging up and they saw them and they were like, I'm not wearing that or something like that.
Hmm, maybe. I felt like one of the movies, one of them had the official costume. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah,
It's been a
I
few
do
years.
remember. I think I remember seeing it. I don't know if it was one of the newer ones, but I remember seeing it hung up or something. And they were like, "Yeah, I'm not wearing that" or something like that. But
So stupid. Well, we see. I mean, Wolverine looked cool in the costume. Actually, all the
yeah,
costumes
yeah.
they showed, and all the costume looked good on camera. So I would assume they're probably going to give him his real costume.
Hopefully,
He's
because
still he's still in pretty good shape.
oh yeah, yeah. He's and he hasn't aged too much, so he might
Yeah.
be one of the younger ones. I think he might be one of the youngest out of all of them.
Hey Google, how old is James Marsden?
James Marsden is 51 years old.
51.
Oh wow,
He's not
he's
that old.
51.
Yeah,
Okay,
only a couple of years older than us.
yeah. Winter
Yeah.
Soldier. I love Bucky, man. Like, I want to see, I want to see like Bucky, not this, but Falcon and the Winter Soldier stuff. Like, I want to see hardcore Bucky, like taking out fools. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to see him.
I think those days are gone. I think he's semi-comic relief nowadays. He's gonna be cracking jokes and all that.
I don't know. So I don't know. It looks like they went back to. It looks like he may be. I don't think he's going to go full Bucky because I mean he was brainwashed. But in some of the trailers of the Thunderbolts, it looks like he's a little bit darker than he was in the last couple of movies. So I'm excited because I've always liked Bucky. I didn't really like what they did with him because he didn't even do anything in Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? I mean, we got flashbacks of him when he was still
Hmm.
being brainwashed, but he was basically just walking around in like regular clothes, right? I don't
Yeah,
think he did anything.
I think the only good action part was at the first episode where they're flying. Falcon was like flying through the mountains and stuff.
Yeah,
That,
but
that's why I was like,
we
oh,
got a
the
flashback
show's.
of him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the
With
show's gonna be awesome. All the action in episode one. Every episode was just like him and Isaiah being sad about race, and I was like,
yeah,
I don't care about this. Give me some action, man.
yeah. I wouldn't
Oh,
mind seeing an Isaiah movie though, like to see
yeah,
like him back in the day. I mean,
he
he
was the
was
only good
still
thing about. He's the only good thing about Cap 4.
yeah, dude was still Jack too.
Yeah, that hairdo was something else, but yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, I'd
yeah,
like to see an Isaiah movie.
yeah. But Sebastian Stan, he's good. Yeah, I mean, he's still pretty young too, so I'm sure he's not gonna die in this.
Nah, I think he'll probably pop. I don't know if he's gonna be like a mainstay in the future movies, but I think he'll probably like pop. I mean, if they kill him off, that'll be pretty surprising. But I don't think he's gonna die either.
He'll probably die in Secret War. Secret Wars.
Yeah.
He's definitely dying.
Beast.
Yeah,
You
he's
think?
dying for sure.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Like he came up in the end credit scene. Seems like well, yeah. I don't think he's going to be around for the future. So yeah, maybe he will die, or maybe we just won't see him again. But I mean, if it sounds like you think they're going to kill off all the X-Men characters.
I mean, they got it. They got to replace him.
Yeah.
They've got to replace them all. Yeah.
But I mean, if they do something where like they merge all the, they close access to all the multiverse, and maybe they're just in their, universe, and we just don't ever see them again. But you think they're actually going to
Yeah.
die on screen? Like these guys are dead.
Yeah. I hope they. I mean, they said they're gonna end the multiverse. I don't know if that means it's still gonna exist and they're just gonna not tell stories from it anymore. But if they like end it, I would assume he'd have to die.
Yeah, I think some of them are going to die like on screen, and then some of them I think like, oh, we just closed off access to them, like they just don't exist anymore. But I don't know. I don't know how they're going to pay everybody, man.
They're probably only in it for like 5 minutes a piece.
Yeah.
Quick little cameos or something like that. Quick death scenes.
So I'm actually excited about, like, I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, but I've seen all the clips of him, and I've never been a Channing Tatum fan. I think he was one of the worst actors that I've ever seen. But when I started seeing him, all the clips, I was like, all right, this is funny. This is hilarious. Like, I like what he did with that. So but my question is is he going to be the Gambit from Deadpool and Wolverine, or is he going to be like more serious? You know, because it
Was
can't
he
be like.
funny?
I mean, he wasn't funny, but like, I mean, he's kind of funny in himself because of the way how he
Yeah.
talks. But
Yeah.
in Doomsday, like, I don't think they can be cracking jokes all the time, man. Like, this is serious. So I don't really care to see.
He was a
Ellen
little. I
coming
think he
back.
needs to trim down a little bit too, because he was a little chubby in this role. You can see his face is
You
kind of
think?
like squished out of his
Yeah, that's
mask.
true. And he's a
He
dancer,
got
so
double.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, no. He got
Ellen coming
comfortable
back
with.
as Wonder Woman. Who's Ellen?
Who's Ellen? I'm not sure. Ellen Page?
That's what I was thinking, but I was like,
Wasn't
no
she
Wonder
in
Woman.
X Men?
She
She was an
was.
X.
She was Kitty
Well,
Pryde.
yeah. Well, we know Kitty Pryde ain't come back.
Nah, they didn't come
If
back.
they have to recast her
Yeah,
or him.
him. Kelsey Grammer as Beast is just wrong. So, but that's the thing. If you're gonna bring back the X-Men characters, whether they should come back or not, that's a different story. But if you're gonna bring them back, you got to bring it back everybody, because you can't just be like, oh, let's just bring back a couple of these characters. Like, that's how I feel about it. Jar Jar Binks, baby.
What if, what if Ellen does come back and it's just like he plays a dude.
Yeah, there's gonna be an uprising with that. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
So I was surprised to see. Well, I'm not surprised, but I'm like,
Oh, they're gonna kill him too.
well, isn't he dead in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Ant-Man? Oh yeah, he is
Like
dead.
that big old skull of his, that was him, right?
Yeah. Did
But
they explain that?
So is he currently dead in the MCU, or is he just dead in that movie?
I think he just did in that movie.
So that would be current events then.
I don't know if they explained it. I'm not sure. Yeah, because it had his mask, giant mask. Because I don't think they explained it in the movie. If they did, I wasn't paying attention.
Because I saw the previews and I was like, oh, was that the main timeline where they were at where he was dead?
they were. I don't know. The whole thing was multiverse. So I don't know what timeline he was in. It don't make sense. I guess whatever timeline the Loki show was in. No, I think he's in his own timeline, and then he goes to the TVA, whatever it's called, and then he sees this timeline. I think he sees a few different timelines. So I don't know what timeline he's in, but I know there's a few.
It was a
Yeah,
variant.
it was a variant.
Okay.
Yeah, so
then
in
he's
a
still
different
alive
timeline.
then. Well,
Because
that's
he had
the end.
Yeah, there were a few
Yeah.
timelines because yeah, Electro was in it, and then Gambit was in it, and then Logan was in it. So he was
So
in a
they were
few
all
different
from their
timelines.
own timelines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
So that's the lineup. Now Shane and I are going to share our top 5 snubs that we think were snubs that didn't get announced. They could be announced. I think some of these characters, I think some of the MCU characters that weren't announced are going to pop up and they just didn't announce it. But we don't know that for sure.
oh yeah,
Dude's a tree now.
yeah. I
Who's
think
that? Ant-Man?
Ant-Man, maybe.
Okay, so I guess I'll go with my picks first. First snubs. So my first snub is Spider-Man. And the only reason I picked Spider-Man is because if you're gonna have Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, you got to bring back Spider-Man because I mean Tony Stark was like his father figure, and I know that he's probably gonna pop up in Secret Wars, but I feel like he should have been in this movie, to see what that would do to him. Like he watched him die, and then like there's this dude running around with Tony Stark's face, and then he's like, "Hey, Mr. Stark," and he's like, "Wait, that's not Stark. This dude's bad. Like this dude's straight evil." So he's probably gonna pop up in Secret Wars, but I felt like they kind of snubbed him with this one. I was expecting him to pop up in the first Avengers movie. What do you think?
Yeah. He definitely gonna show up.
You think he's gonna show up unannounced? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's there. He is in Doomsday.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think that's why Tony's like "Shh," in the thumbnail. There's more. There's more
There's more.
coming.
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. I mean, they can't have Avengers movie without Spider Man. It's just doesn't make
yeah.
sense.
But it's odd that they didn't announce him. So they got a reason for it, I guess. He's swirling dragon mist says Loki is the tree of. Oh yeah, Loki is. But um, I think we were talking about Ant-Man to see where he was.
Yeah, man. Yeah, in the Deadpool timeline.
Yeah. My second snub, Wolverine. So this goes back to what I just said. If you're gonna bring back all of the Fox characters, like how do you not bring back Wolverine? Now maybe he'll pop up and they just didn't announce him, but it seems hard to me that you brought back everybody. I mean, I know Jean Grey is not gonna come back. I mean, she's looking really bad. Like she
Yeah.
looks horrible. Like she looks like she's on drugs. I don't know if she is, but so I was like, they ain't bringing her back. But the fact that they brought everybody else back and not Wolverine, to me is odd. But again, he could pop up. What do you think?
I hope we get introduced to a new Wolverine. He's
In
done.
this movie?
Because he did say he's not coming back in
Dude,
Deadpool
he said
Wolverine.
that like twice already. He said that before Logan, and then he made Logan, and then he said that after Logan, and then he
No,
said
but
it.
he, no, but he said in the movie though. He goes, "I'm done. I'm done, bub.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
I
gonna
mean,
see me again."
even Logan though, he was like, I'm not doing anymore." And then he came back for Deadpool and Wolverine because they did that whole YouTube clip where he's like, "Hey, Hugh, you want to come back and play one more time?" He was like, yeah, I guess. And then he said it again after that. He's like, "No, I'm done." And now they're saying like he's gonna be like the Wolverine of the. I'm like, dude, he's gonna be in his 60s. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
I don't
way.
believe that. I don't believe that.
And there's
I don't believe.
nobody's gonna believe that this 60-year-old dude is still getting jacked naturally. Like this. So
I hope he's done. I don't want to see him come back ever again.
if I don't mind seeing him come back with the rest of the X-Men, but after that, it needs to be like it. Like we don't need to see him again. And I love Hugh Jackman. I love all the stuff most of the stuff he does. I loved him as Wolverine, but yeah, let's just put it to rest. I mean, he's been playing it for over
Yeah.
20 years.
I'd rather
need a
see him in
comic
the
book accurate.
Greatest Showman. Yeah, comic book accurate one. But give me a
'Cause he's
Greatest
short,
Showman
right?
2. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that like me and Shane have been talking about off screen is nobody, well, at least other than John Campea and Christian Harloff, those guys aren't talking about Ryan Reynolds at all. I'm like, come on, guys! Like, how nobody's asking questions? There's no super chats. Like, so that's my question. Do you think Deadpool is going to show up in Doomsday?
Hell no, they don't want that smoke.
That's
They
what
didn't
I
want none
think.
of that.
But
They didn't want
what
none
if
of that.
he's already signed a contract before all this stuff came out? They either got to honor their contract or they're. So what I think is going to happen if he had already signed on for this, I think they're going to reduce his role and they're like, hey, we know you signed a contract. I think he may just pop up for as a cameo, but I can't see because that court case is still going to be going on. I can't see
Yeah.
Marvel being like, yeah, let's have this dude in our movie and everybody's talking about him and I mean especially if they lose, like ain't nobody gonna want to work with that guy again.
It don't matter. He's already looks guilty in the court of public opinion.
Oh yeah,
If that's the case, Jonathan Majors would have to come back too.
yeah, that's true. Paul A says you guys have convinced me they're all dying during the opening credits and it's going to be a 2 hour funeral. I mean, it may be, and if
All
so,
the
you
X-Men
saw it here
die.
first.
All the X-Men die in the first 20 minutes. I could see
I
that.
could see that. I could see them
Yeah,
doing that.
I could see it. Yeah.
Maybe it'll lead up to something big that happens, and but I don't know. Like, so are they going to establish the X Men with these characters? Like, hey, the X Men are here. These are the characters, and then go from there, or are they just going to show up as a cameo? Like,
You know what they're gonna? They're gonna the X-Men and the Avengers are going to fight in this movie. It'll be X-Men versus Avengers, and then just like in Civil War, and then they'll turn into friends towards the end to fight Doomsday. That's probably
so
what's
you
going to happen.
and you think it's going to be the Dark Avengers, this new the Thunderbolts? That's going to be whack, dude.
I,
I hope they don't fight them.
I think the Thunderbolts are going to fight the Avengers. I thought well, Thunderbolts are going to be the Avengers, and they're going to
That's what I'm
fight the
saying.
X-Men.
Like that's whack to me. Like that lineup is just I don't like that. But I mean, who else
Oh,
do they have? I guess.
yeah, Dark Avengers versus the X-Men, and then the Fantastic Four come in towards the end
But
to help.
okay, Yelena. Um, so Yelena and Ghost, like, if they're going up against the X Men, that's a immediate like death. Like they're not gonna last. Like Red Guardian and John Walker can hold their own for a little bit just because they have the super serum, but against like Cyclops and Beast and who else? Like they can't. I mean, Cyclops. All Cyclops has to do is just blast them. They're
Yeah,
dead.
unless,
Even if you are a super soldier.
unless Sentry is as strong as he's supposed to be, then he'll probably just wipe out the entire
Well, yeah.
X-Men.
So if the Sentry is there, then that's a different story. But I mean, everybody else, like they can't. If they can barely hold their own against Sentry, and we don't know how the movie's going to end. But if they talk Sentry down, and the only reason they live is because he turns good, like what chance do they have against some X Men?
Yeah, yeah,
So my
yeah.
third one for me
X-Men.
is
Oh, this
Vision.
guy.
So when I was making this thumbnail, I actually started putting Paul Bettany, the colored Vision. I was like, wait, he's dead. So I'm like, man, White Vision. I'm like, we haven't seen enough of him. I love Vision. Um, in the comics, they did him a little bit different. In the comics, when he first started out, he was kind of like I was Android. He could copy everybody's superpowers, and then he turned good. But they didn't really do that in this in the MCU. But I'm like, okay, Vision is super powerful. How is he not like he should be part of the new Avengers? But I know we
Isn't he
haven't seen
like?
him since
Isn't he? He's on his quest, right, to become
yeah, Vision
a
Quest,
boy.
a real boy. So I don't know, man. I wish I'm curious to see what they do with this because I didn't even know that there was a White Vision until the show, and I was like, "What is that right?" And so I looked it up. I was like, "Oh snap!" But I mean, as powerful as he is, and I know he's not like the original Vision, but I think he's still supposed to be pretty powerful. Like
Yeah,
he should be an Avengers. I mean, he's an OG Avenger,
yeah. I mean,
not
he
an
could be
OG,
Avenger
but Avenger,
forever.
right?
He's essentially the same dude, just
Yeah.
white.
Well,
He,
I mean, did you watch the What If series?
no,
Okay, so in the What If series,
I watched
the
season one.
what season one? Well, I think he was in
Yeah,
season one. The original Vision, he got the stones, and that dude was like unstoppable. So I'm like, I know that.
yeah.
I mean, if that's What If, so it's not like canon technically, but I'm like, if he's that powerful with the stones, and I mean, he's got one. Well,
Does
Does
he?
he have one?
The
Not
new
not
version?
the White Vision, right?
I don't think so.
But he's still pretty powerful. Whatever they did, I forgot how they explained it, how they made him. They took like remnants of the old Vision, but
Yeah, how
that
did he
thing
come
in
back?
this,
That was in WandaVision, right? He came
yeah,
back in WandaVision? Yeah, I forgot how he came back now. How
man,
memorable.
solo leveling. That's like peak Matrix.
I'm sure what that means. What does that mean, Nels?
Yeah, I don't think the Avengers, if this current lineup of Avengers, I don't think they can hold their own against other than Sentry. But all right, I struggle with putting this on there. Hulk
He'll be
has to
back.
be part of the Avengers, but
Yeah, he'll be
not this
back.
Hulk, not Smart Hulk,
Yeah.
no Smart Hulk.
I don't know how they're going to
This is
dumb him down.
I don't know like how they're gonna go back because I don't like I didn't hate him in Adventures Endgame, but I'm like, are we? Is this is what we're sticking with? Like we're sticking with Professor Hulk or Smart Hulk, whatever you want to call it. Like I want Hulk smash Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, I heard that they're going to bring him back somehow. Well, if we're talking about the multiverse, maybe there's another
That's
Rage
true.
Hulk somewhere. So maybe that's how they do it.
Yeah, I
I
I want
hope,
this Hulk to go away.
hopefully, they bring Edward Norton's Hulk back.
Yeah, I don't. I think there was bad blood there. Like the reason why he didn't come back. So I don't think that's happening. But hey,
It's been like 20 years, or 10
yeah,
years. Money talks. Plus, what's Ed Norton been doing lately?
he's popped up in some stuff.
Yeah, he was
I've
in the
seen.
last Chalamet movie. He was in that.
Oh, Dylan,
Yeah.
the Bob Dylan movie.
Yeah, he's pretty good in that too.
Great show has Matrix vibe to the show, but it's an anime. Oh, okay. So I don't know what that. I guess is that the name of the
But
show? Great show.
solo leveling? Never heard of solo leveling.
Me either. Yeah, I don't want to see Smart Hulk again, and I definitely don't want to see his son because that was jank. That was like super jank. CG was horrible, and it was like what? Oh, like Scar's not even. They didn't even do that right.
I think they totally erased She-Hulk from the canon of
Oh my!
Marvel.
I hope so. That is God, I hope she doesn't show up. That was one of the worst shows that I've ever seen. I can't believe we had to watch that. Well, I guess I didn't have to watch it, but I watched it and I was like, I kept waiting for it to get better. What's up, Peyton? I kept waiting for it to get better, but I was like, this is getting better. This is pretty bad. So yeah, Smart Hulk needs to go away. Scar needs to go away, and She Hulk hopefully has gone away. And so for my number five, the woman that should have been my wife, Scarlet Witch. Now, I think she's gonna pop up. I know I haven't
She
seen
did.
yeah,
She
I haven't
did.
seen the movie, but she keeps saying that she's dead. I just watched an interview with her earlier saying that she's dead. There's no way that they don't bring her in, man. Like I think for sure she's gonna show up in Secret Wars, but I feel like this is one name they purposefully left off and they're trolling us. I think she's gonna show up because as powerful as she is, like period in the whole comics, she's she's pretty much the most power one of the most powerful people in the MCU, right? Like I mean, she can rewrite reality.
Yeah, she's like the most powerful one, I think.
Yeah, you
She
watch
essentially
She-Hulk
beat
stop him.
Thanos. She
Yeah,
could have
she
beat
beat him
Thanos by herself.
before he rained down the rain fire or whatever it was that he called. What's up, man?
She
So
was
yeah.
they were also together in that movie Old Boy. Did you ever see that?
Oh boy, no, with what's
With
his name? The
Thanos.
actor?
Yeah, Brolin.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, you should watch it. It's a good movie. You've never seen it? It was a
Never.
remake of an old Korean movie or Japanese movie.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, they were both in it.
So that's my five. Now it's time for Shane. I think Shane and I had a couple that overlapped. So Shane, tell us about your.
Ooh, yeah, she definitely needs to come back. I don't think she will come back because she's a Fox remnant, so I don't think she'd
Yeah,
carry forward. I'm wondering if they're just gonna totally get rid of all the Fox stuff in Doomsday and then
that's what
Secret
I mean.
Wars.
I think so. If they're adding that many Fox characters, I really think that they're gonna have like a send off. Like, hey, you're never gonna see these guys ever again, like for sure. So
Yeah, I would like to see her come, like, be a normal character because she's still pretty young. But
Yeah. Hey, maybe she'll be the new Wolverine. Maybe
nah,
she'll stick around.
ain't nobody gonna buy that. They don't want the whole Marvel tanking going forward.
That's true. You never know,
I
man.
mean,
They've been doing some weird decisions lately. So
I hope she shows up. I'm sure she'll have a cameo or something. I mean, Channing
yeah,
Tatum is getting a cameo. Why would
that's
she
true.
not get a little cameo?
She'll probably pop up.
She's more of a. I think she'd be more of a selling point for the movie if she was in it.
Yeah, because
Because we really,
she's a fan favorite, right?
yeah. Plus, she's good to look at. So it's like all the dudes are gonna come and see her. Ain't no dudes are gonna come see Channing.
You just remember what happened here today. They finishing off the X-Men OGs. All right, who you got for? So yeah, we overlapped on that one. We both chose that one. Why did you pick
Yeah.
Spidey?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up. I'm almost positive he'll show up. Maybe at the end, just to roll into Spider-Man 4. But I'm sure he's gonna have to show up.
Yeah, with Robert Downey Jr., I think he has to show up. Like you said, maybe he'll show up at the end, and he's like figures out that hey, this isn't Stark, and this guy's like pure evil, and maybe that leads into Spider-Man 4, and he's got to deal with that again, seeing his face and everything. So
Yeah, he'll be like, Tony, don't you remember me, Tony? It's me, Peter. It's me, Tony.
Tom's like, shut up. Or
But
then,
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Stark. It's me. It's me, Mr. Stark. You made me my outfit.
that's one guy that he still looks like he's a teenager.
Yeah,
Like he's in his like mid-20s now.
he's almost 30, right?
Yeah, I think he is almost 30 now. Because he was like, I think he was like 18 or something or 20 around when he got the Avengers movie. So it's been a while. Man, time is flying. I can't believe I forgot this one.
Whoa,
I
War
should have.
Machine.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see him.
Don Cheadle's got to come back. What?
What was
He
the last
was
time we saw him? Oh,
he
we saw
was
him in.
Secret War. Secret
Yeah, that was
something.
whack.
What's that show called again?
It was Secret War. It was no. It
Secret
was
Invasion.
Secret Invasion. So this whole time
Yeah.
he was a scroll. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
he's a
man, that's
scroll.
whack.
He's-
I can't
Oh
believe
my
they did
god!
that.
You know what they do? They bring back Don Cheadle
And
because
not War Machine.
they bring back Terrence Howard because Don Cheadle was a scroll. That
Oh,
would be perfect, dude.
hey, I wanted to see what Don Cheadle did with that. So Peyton says there was an interview with Ian McKellen where he said if they wanted him back, it better be soon because of his age. He had recently fallen during a stage performance. Probably this is it for him. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I was like, one, I'm surprised he's even still alive, and two, are they going to finish filming before he? Like, is he still going to be alive while they're like? What happens if he dies during filming? Like, what are they going to do?
That dude
So
is
maybe I'm sure they're going to shoot his scenes first.
he's still hitting up the gay clubs. I've seen some photos of him recently at one of the gay clubs,
That
like
guy.
wearing like a fruity shirt. I was like, damn, dude, you still getting on 85?
Paul A. They are definitely not bringing back Howard. He hates those fools. Yeah,
They
apparently
should. They
apparently
should.
he was mad at Robert Downey Jr. because because I mean Robert Downey Jr. was making like what $50 million on those movies, and I think when it came time to negotiate his contract, he was looking for Robert Downey Jr. to kind of help him, like because he wanted more
Yeah.
money, and they were like, maybe if you come back and you do another movie and it does good, and I guess he felt like Robert Downey Jr. didn't help him and he was getting all the monies. So
Yep.
yeah, I doubt he's coming back. And he's
Did him dirty.
Ron Howard. Terrence Howard's been kind of on like a weird, like he's been in the media for like some weird stuff, like saying weird stuff and talking
He's a
about
weird
like
dude.
science and yeah. So
He's a-
I don't think they're touching that.
He did come up with this tetrahedral drone where
What?
it's like
He did?
it's this weird drone. It's like weird tetrahedral. I don't know. Was it 8 sides or something like that? Or no,
Tony
that's
exposes bad
octahedral.
math.
But he made this drone that can just hover and just like kind of just hover in all different directions and like
Terrence Howard?
yeah, it's pretty wild.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I've never heard of
He
that.
ran a contest for people to make it a reality, and they did. You can see it on
Wow.
YouTube. I saw it just the other like 2 weeks ago. I went down this Terrence Howard hole. So
Yeah, so he's been the last stuff I saw him, he was talking about how like math and he was like talking
Oh
about
yeah,
how they lied to us in school and he was like
yeah.
if how does what was he saying? He was doing something about like 1 plus 1 or 1 times 1. He was like, how does one
Uh,
times 1 equals 1 if 2 times 2 equals 4? And I was like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Who cares? Maybe you're right. I don't know, but like, what are you doing with your life right now, man? So yeah, he's
Neil deGrasse Tyson made a whole podcast about it. It
yeah, I
was
saw
like,
it. He's like, bro, he's like, I like you, I like your work, but what are you talking about, man? I saw that.
he's like, this is a peer review because
Yeah, because he wrote like a paper and stuff, right?
yeah,
He sent it to him. He was like, nah, bro.
I appreciate you thinking out of the box, but you're wrong.
So you had Hulk on your list too.
Did I? Yeah, yeah. Wait, bring back Edward Norton. I mean, come on, man. We are in the multiverse. Edward Norton should come back
I
along
wouldn't
with
mind if he
Terrence
comes
Howard.
back. I
I
wouldn't mind
want
if he comes back.
I want everybody that got recasted to come back in their multiverse. I mean,
And
it's,
then lastly, you got Wong.
yeah, Wongster. I'm sure he's gonna pop up. He's got to.
Yeah. You think they're gonna kill him off?
Wong?
Well,
No.
what's the name still has to show up too. I think he's gonna pop up. Benedict Cumberbatch says he's not in this movie, but I don't know if I believe that. I mean, after what old buddy did with Spider-Man, he's like, I'm not in a Spider-Man movie. And then dude showed up and he was in the movie for like 40 minutes. I'm like, all right, I can't believe anything anybody says anymore. What was his name? When Tobey
Ooh.
Maguire and him showed up in you remember when he was lying all that time? He was like, I'm not in the movie. I'm not in the movie.
Oh
What was
yeah,
his
yeah,
name?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. And then dude
Yeah.
showed up and was like, bro, you're like a pretty important in this movie. He's just lied for like 6 months.
I think they'll show up at the end just to move into Secret Wars. All these guys they don't name, I think they'll probably show up at the end because these are like the main Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not have like you can't just that's what I'm saying, man. You can't just have if the Thunderbolts are going to be the new event, like there's no way that they would last against anybody other than, some of the super soldiers and Sentry, but
Yeah, because yeah, I would see Spidey, Hulk, Strange. Who else did we mention? Maybe War Machine, because they're kind of the
yeah,
OG Avengers, which would
yeah,
move
Hulk,
into
War
Secret Wars.
Machine. Yeah,
No,
I
except for
think
her.
like I said, I hope Hulk shows up, but I hope it's Rage Hulk. Maybe they'll I don't know,
Oh,
man. They
Cap.
got to get rid. Who?
Steve Rogers would probably show up too.
Oh yeah, he's definitely showing up.
Yeah.
He's showing up. He's probably the biggest one that's going to show up that they didn't announce. Do
And
you think Hawkeye's showing up? I could care less
oh, he
about
definitely
him,
show up. Yeah,
but
he definitely showing up at the end too.
like he's
He,
like he get taken out first too. Like he has no powers.
he just he does like Batman says, just run and punch and run away. That's all he does during during all these movies. Yeah, I think he shows up at the end too. Get the all leading into Secret Wars, and then maybe they'll all die in Secret Wars, and then we'll
Yeah,
just go on Fantastic Four and X-Men from there. I mean,
yeah, that's gonna be
I hope they announce the X-Men in the Secret Wars. They got to.
yeah. No, I think they will. It's gonna be a big cast, man. There's gonna be, like I said, I don't know how they're gonna pay everybody. I mean, even if it's like 5 minutes screen time here, 5 minutes screen time. I'm sure everybody's taking a pay cut for this. Like, hey, this is unprecedented. Like Kevin Feige is like, I'm gonna pay you pennies on this, but it's gonna bolster your career. For those that aren't like popular already. But
They're probably only going to be in it for like 10, 20 minutes or something like that. All these
yeah,
small
well,
cameos.
didn't they say the runtime of this is gonna be like over 3 hours?
Is it 3 hours?
I think I saw that.
Jeez.
I think it was this one that they said it's gonna be over, which I'm game for as long as it's good. Well,
It was
guys, that
good.
is our list of 5 snubs, and yeah, it's interesting. Did you guys watch the stream? The 5 hour Marvel stream that was absolutely ridiculous, waiting 12 minutes for every reveal. Let us know down in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shane, what you got coming up?
I got about 6 projector reviews coming up. I've got a speaker review coming up. I got a couple movie reviews coming up. Last Breath, Mickey 17, and I think
Did
that's
they
it.
put it back? Oh, I
Top of my
saw it
head.
was back today.
Was it back
I
today?
s Yeah, I was looking at Kaleidoscape store earlier and I saw it. I was like, oh, I guess they put it back.
For pre-order though,
Oh,
I
so
think.
that's crazy that you can't even watch it anymore.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Where is it? Pre-order. Yeah, contest ever sale. Well, I mean, I got to see it, so that's cool. At least I got to see it for a day. I guess it's coming out April 8th.
April 8th. RGJ says, or Window says, RGJ playing Doom will be Victor Von Doom and shouldn't be seen as Tony Stark by Spider-Man. I don't know, man. I keep hearing stuff that he's not playing a variant, and then I've heard stuff that he is playing a variant. So I don't know, man. I think they're just toying with us. I think we'll see whenever it comes out, but yeah.
Yeah, this is their. I think it's a dumb idea personally, but what do I know? It might be good.
If it's good, I mean, it might be like, oh snap, like, yeah, that was the right call. Like I said, I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to knock it out of the park as far as acting wise, but as far as a story, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Peyton says, "What a psychological shock that would be for Peter Park." Yeah, so that's why I'm like, he's got to show up in this. I mean, I think, especially if they don't kill off Robert Downey Jr. as Doom and like the real Doom comes, I don't know what they're going to do, but if he's going to be Doom in Doomsday, like Peter Parker has to show up because that's going to mess him up. Like he already had to grieve him once, and then to see him again as somebody else that's even like not even a good person, but just like bad, like that's going to be, I mean, that would mess me up. So,
Yeah, he's like, I don't know you, kid. Chokes him out.
right. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for us. We've been on for almost 2 hours now. So thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're watching this after the fact, make sure you leave your comments down or leave your thoughts in the comments. Let us know who you think was a snub or if you were surprised at the announcement. And yeah, I've got a couple stuff that I need to start filming. Got couple subwoofer review. And then I got some, I think, projector. Got some other stuff in the works. Got the Nakamichi Dragon coming. Michael Walker, if you're still watching. The Nakamichi Shockwave coming. So that'll be coming soon. But yeah, I guess we're going to sign off. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.